Hey guys, my name is James, and today we're going to be talking about service. Now you may be asking what exactly service is. Well, service is simply doing what you can with what you have, right where you are, to make a difference in somebody else's life. It doesn't have to be some grand gesture. It can be just any action, whether large or small, where you're putting the needs of somebody else in front of your own. Service has been one of the most important spiritual disciplines in my life. And that's for a number of reasons, but one of the biggest ones is it wasn't until after I started serving that I became a follower of Christ. See, after I graduated from high school, I found myself living alone, away from my family, just making a bunch of really poor decisions. And one day I was just in this place where I was just broken, where I was lost, and I was really hurting. And then my mom, she called me on the phone one day and she said, "James, I think it's time for you to come home." So I moved back in with my parents. I started going to church with them every week because my mom told me, "Hey, if you're gonna live in my house, you're gonna go to church with us." So I said, "Yes, ma'am, I can do that." And then several weeks later, my mom signed my whole family up to serve, all 7 of us. And again, she came up to me, she said, "James, we're gonna start serving. And if you wanna keep living in my house, you're gonna serve with us." "All right, yes, ma'am, I can do that." And I believe that it was during that season that God was just really doing a work inside of me, a work in my heart to open my eyes, to open my mind, to open up to the idea that God had more planned for my life than just chasing after my own desires. I believe that during that time, God was showing me that my life was meant for more than just chasing after what I wanted. That God had created me to make a difference in the lives of other people, to help them become who He had created them to be. And I know for a fact that if it wasn't for my mom getting me to start serving, that I wouldn't be where I am today, that I wouldn't be putting the needs of others before myself. And that's why service has been so important to me. Our mission is to lead people to become fully devoted followers of Christ. And what that looks like is every day becoming more and more like Jesus. That's why it says fully devoted. And so in order to be more like Jesus, we need to do the things that Jesus did. And what Jesus did is He served. Here's what Mark wrote. In chapter 10, verse 45, it says this: "For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give His life as a ransom for many." Serving is a part of what it means to be a follower of Christ, whether that's helping your mom or dad around the house, maybe it's helping a friend at school, or maybe you've got somebody on your team that's going through a hard time. We all have opportunities to serve every single day. And a great way to start serving others is to start serving at your church. When you start serving in the church, I believe that God is going to use that to train you to start serving and making a difference outside the church as well. So here's my question for you. What are you going to do to start serving? And how are you going to make sure that you do it? So right now, we're going to break up into our small groups so that you guys can talk about what serving looks like in your life.